What up, everybody? We're back on another Monday with some shenanigans and some. Hey, there's Daniel already starting.
He was ready, man. Daniel Barry,
Happy
sports
Monday.
highlights.
By the way, if you're
Monday,
not a
sir.
fan of
Monday,
ours
Daniel.
and you're a fan of David or Daniel's, make sure that you like, subscribe to both of them, hit on notifications, turn on all the bells and whistles and all that other nonsense that might be out there. But guys, everybody, welcome to the show. And there was a dog that barked, but that's cool. I think that was Steven's dog. Was that really old one, or was it the?
That was the old one because the young sniper just attacked him.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So he has this one dog that it's old. Like
he has a tooth left.
I don't know if that's true or not. I've seen this dog, and it looked like something off The Walking Dead that was dead.
He's walking.
Anyway, guys, everybody, welcome to the show. It's hot here in Tennessee.
Yes.
I'm sure it's hot everywhere. And Chuck came up with a fantastic idea. Like, what do you cool yourself off with when it was, when you're talking about different types of spirits and stuff like that, when it's hot like this. I'm telling you, the world famous H2O has been working wonders. Which has been my favorite go-to right now. That and sweet iced tea with a nice orange in it. It's been helping me. But we do have to hit the elephant in the room. Did you guys see America just blow the fuck out of damn Iran this weekend? I mean, come on. That was some shit that makes your balls fucking go. If they hadn't dropped, they did this weekend. All right. Like that was.
You tell.
I heard about it. I have not seen.
Yeah, I heard. I had no idea this happened.
I've seen some.
Wow, that's amazing.
Pictures, some aftermath pictures. And
Breaking news.
And I see
they shot back at us, right? Or we had some base and.
Yeah, they shot, but we caught that. There was no.
Well, and that was unsuccessful. I just sent that to David and Steven and Billy.
It was.
We got no black folks tonight. So which one of you guys going to be my token black person so we can keep our diversity numbers
I
up?
thought you already established it, Steven.
Oh, it's Steven. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
All right.
Cool. But anyway, I mean, dude, that was an American moment. Come on, that was awesome.
That, Jody, if I correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the largest non-atom splitting bomb we've ever dropped, right?
I don't know if that's
30,000
true.
pounds.
The one he dropped in his first term, that they haul in the back of a C-130.
Moab,
yeah, is the mother of all bombs. That's the largest bomb that's not nuclear.
Conventional warhead.
Yeah.
These
The one that they dropped this weekend was bigger.
I don't think that's true.
It is. I looked it up. I looked up the
Okay, well
payload
then
for
why'd you
V2.
ask me?
I don't know.
Because he thought you would confirm it. That's why.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
out of
was
the
just
whole
trying to
thing,
start
one of the
conversation without saying anything negative.
One of the best memes I've seen about the whole situation was one that was someone posted, and it was absolutely hilarious. And it said, Iran's nuclear sites have changed their pronouns to was and were. Absolutely hilarious because, there's nothing left except holes in the ground.
Man,
Well, I think it was straight out of Top Gun.
Those precision, like it looks like we did, that's phenomenal.
It doesn't matter what side you're on. I don't think any terrorist organization or terrorist supporting country should have nuclear weapons. I'm sorry. That's just my
know. Yeah.
Nobody's mad about that for sure. Nobody thinks Iran needs nukes.
Now wait a minute. Now
That's not true.
wasn't it supposed to be for peaceful purposes?
Yeah.
It's through strength.
No, come on.
Mostly.
They're for clean energy and for peaceful purposes.
Oh, you're talking about them, yeah. At 60 something
Come on
percent, that they had the uranium up to, because it only needs to be at 1.5. That makes sense. You make a good point.
Yeah, I heard up to 3% for
Yeah.
energy.
What does it give?
Like,
what does
are
that
you doing?
equal?
What are you doing?
Equal out to like 4 or 5, maybe 6 explosive devices, bombs.
Again, this is not a politics show, but per Netanyahu, they had enough material for 10 to 12 nuclear
It's peaceful.
Wow.
bombs.
That's mostly peaceful for the most part.
Yeah, mostly.
If it was only it would absolutely be mostly peaceful.
Yeah.
With that big explosion going on in the back, and you see all the air coming towards the guy doing the talking to the what are other people called? Fuck, I'm apparently in my brain. It's like don't touch
Ron took a beating today for sure.
Well, that and then they tried. I love that video I sent you guys earlier. That's I've been to that base in Qatar. The cutter. Who knows how?
How do they say it?
Cutter.
No, I've heard the Qatar say Qatar, and
Gotcha.
but I've
So
also
where
heard
the fuck did cutter come from?
that's what I'm getting to. Everybody around them says cutter,
Gotcha.
but it starts with a Q and
Uh-huh.
ends with an R, and there's a A,
Or-
and there's a T, and there's another A in there. So
Is that like how we call Santa Fe, Santa Fe around here?
We call it
I got
cutter
one.
over
I
here.
got one
Or
better.
Lebanon.
Stephen can relate to these two: Mount Juliet and Lebanon.
Yep. Lebanon.
And I still can't figure out how I'm saying Mount Juliet wrong, but I do apparently.
For just
It's right
you
here
know,
in
inside
Pittsburgh,
Mount
we
Juliet,
have-
if you're referring to it.
You hit Pittsburgh and PA. We have North Versailles, which is spelled
Yep.
North Versailles,
Yeah.
and we have Du Bois, is what they
Yeah.
call
Instead
it.
of Dubois. Yeah.
Instead of Dubois.
Yep.
Jody,
What's
what's
everybody
You
drinking?
don't have to be
tonight?
Southern to say things wrong.
I can speak really slow if I need
I
to.
can talk good.
By the way, Chuck,
Hmm?
since it's nice and hot outside, I've got Old Forester, the 1897, the bottled in bond.
That's a nice one. I've always
Went
enjoyed
with that, chose that because it's. I find it a bit sweeter than the rest of the Old Forester lineup. And when it's hot outside, yeah, throw a nice big ice cube into it.
Mhm.
It's a little bit sweeter, a little bit lower in proof. As bottle and bond, it's 100 proof, and yeah, I enjoy that. If not gravitating towards the weeded bourbons.
See, that's what I was going to
That's
say.
what
Is
we got
that's
tonight.
where I'm at tonight. Is I'm having a 107 antique because it's a much more heavier wheat profile.
Yeah.
And I guess it might be because of sweetness. I don't know. But it is what it is.
I don't know, Chuck. You'd have to let me know if this had because there's nothing on it about wheat, but
Mhm.
I get that impression from it.
Mhm.
That it's a
Excuse me for-
wheat forward bourbon, but it is very nice. And like I
What
said,
is that? 1897?
it's the 1897 bottled
Yeah,
in
I'm
bond.
not sure about that one.
I don't know, but I find it much sweeter than the rest. I love the 1920, the 1924 bottle and bond.
Yeah.
This is much sweeter than the 1924 bottle and bond.
On a night
I
like
don't
this for Old Forester, I think I would have probably gone 1910.
I didn't have one, so
Yeah.
but yeah, I get you.
But in that lineup, I might have done that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a toss up. It was either that or I was going to go with the Weller SR to go heavy wheat.
Yeah.
Just something nice and light.
Yeah. Later.
that on ice.
Like
Yep.
for tonight, I went with Old Fitzgerald.
Nice.
Oh, you
The
know
the brand new one. It's the 9-year 2025. Now this is a wheated bourbon. Well, a wisp of wheat they call it.
Hmm.
And it's what is it?
What is the mash bill on that?
68 corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley.
Okay,
Okay.
that'd be tasty.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's excellent for. And I mean,
That's the 9-year.
yeah, this is the 9-year, the brand new
Okay.
2025. It's bottled in bond.
When I make it to McHenry, that's going to be on my request list. See if he can find me some of those.
I think I picked it up for, well, a little less than MSRP.
Nice.
Can't
Yeah.
beat that.
Yeah,
It's
I
nice
think
to get those-
MSRP on it's like 140.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
That'll
But
be-
you got those Godfather prices.
Yeah, I'm very lucky in that sense.
Good for you. Good for you. Who else? Who else hasn't gone? What's anybody else drinking?
So
We're gonna Rob.
tonight-
Yeah, we're gonna get to you. Yeah. Let's see.
You want
So
me
the
to finish
topic
up?
of tonight.
I'll be
Well,
last.
Okay, well you'll go last.
All right.
Stephen, are you drinking anything?
Yeah, in honor of that successful campaign this weekend, I'm drinking some Eagle Rare.
There you go.
Because
Nice.
I'm out
There you
of,
go.
yeah, that's the most patriotic thing I could find tonight
There you go.
Hey, Dave,
on my shelf.
can you let Billy in?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't even see. Man, when we get that second row on that backstage, sometimes I miss it. But it's an awesome problem to have. Billy, welcome to the show, sir.
What's
going
up,
on,
Billy?
guys?
Yeah,
Hey.
brother.
Here, man, trying to keep up.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
I figured he was trying to find someplace cool, man.
Oh, there's no such place.
I was working in that container, man. We were just
The
talking about
container's
that.
great. I put
Yeah.
the split
You got
unit
AC in
in.
it, right?
Yeah, I put the split unit in. The toughest
Okay.
thing right now is the brick and mortar, the market, and the container. So I've doubled my work. And again, the same old problem, broken record. Nobody wants a job. Nobody wants to work. But what can I do, right? I got cut. People are already placing
I've had
orders.
3 people go away.
Yeah, it's wild. It's completely wild. I mean, I got people placing orders for 4th of July right now. So
Yep.
yeah.
It's coming up
And
quick.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
what
you're talking about.
that's
You
2
know,
weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
one of my last things in my career is I had the opportunity to be able to hire 9 new people into my particular field, my profession. And those jobs don't fall from trees with the pay and the benefits and all the other stuff that goes with it. It took me over 9 months to get people to accept those jobs. It's unreal. Never seen it before like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, it's
but,
crazy. I mean, what can you do?
Just got to keep chugging away at it. That's all.
The worst part is the ones that I've had to part ways with over the last. These aren't young people. These are one guy's my age.
Mm-hmm.
One guy was a few
wow.
years younger. One woman was a few years younger. 2 of them just no call, no text, no nothing. Just
I don't understand it. I don't
complete
understand
ghost.
Hey, one of the 9 guys that I hired was in his 50s, starting at an entry level position because he wanted to get in where he could get the benefits.
I feel that. I mean, I started.
It is a young man's job, even though we've got all the equipment nowadays and all the different things to do. It's still not a young. It is a young man's job, and God bless him. I'm glad he wants to start out, and I hope he makes it. But damn.
But
I have a 72-year-old second-year apprentice right now.
Wow.
Wow.
More power to him, man.
But
he's probably doing it for the insurance.
Yeah.
You know, man, he is. His wife's sick.
Oh,
but he shows up for work every day on time. Everybody loves him.
And you can count on him.
Good.
And I mean, the job is not hard. I mean, the smoker does all the work. And you really, the only thing you got to do is throw a log in there every 30 to 45 minutes. I mean,
and
I'm not going to sit here and lie. I've been killing a case of beer a day.
I don't think the complexity of the work is the deterrent. I think the whole idea of working is the deterrent.
I don't understand it, but it's weird to me. But it's okay though. I feel like right now it's a decent problem to have. That means I'm busy, So okay.
Billy, what are you drinking tonight?
Yeah, what are you drinking tonight there?
So this is Wild Turkey 101. Don't shoot me.
No, I like 101.
So you guys know I have the ultimate pleasure of enjoying cigars and having a nice drink with my wife. So I'm trying to keep her palate interested. I'm trying to introduce her to new things. So we actually going to crack open some of the bottles that I've gotten thanks to you guys. But my wife's palate is very educated when it comes to bourbon. So like a lot of us, she enjoys Eagle Red, but she's over Blanton's. She's like, okay, and she's seen the fluctuation with prices and stuff like that. So it's awesome to have her to be able to sit with me and have a nice drink and have a nice cigar. Even with the whole barbecue thing, and it's even more so. But it's now just, giving new stuff,
Yeah.
that she can try. Like, she's not into the store brand stuff anymore. Like, Total Wines has a lot of labels that considered to be theirs and stuff like that. She's had them all, and she's like, I want something new, something different.
Yeah. Spirits Direct.
Yeah.
Yep.
She enjoyed the Four Roses. She really likes the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. She really
We talked about that on the last show.
Yeah, she really enjoys that. She's not a fan of the Blue Run. It's okay to her, but she's not like a big fan of it. She loves Blue Note though. She likes the Blue Note,
Blue Note is good
the
stuff.
Crossroads.
Blue Note is good.
Despises Basil Hayden. But she's come a long way because she used to buy Bullet by the gallon, and now she can't even stand to look at the stuff. So
when I was on my academic business meetings in LA, two of my colleagues were like, "Hey, you want to come sit by the pool with us?" And I was going to. They're like, "We're gonna get a bottle of Bullet," and I'm like,
No.
Can I help y'all pick out something? And they're like, "Sure. What do you recommend?" I don't know, anything. It's not fucking Bullet.
And
Not
Jack
anything.
Daniels.
Yeah, I was about to say,
not
not
Jack
anything.
Yeah.
Get you some Crown Peach.
Old number 7.
Okay, so there's some things I don't want.
We know.
Blackberry.
Any Scotch, any
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, Slaughterhouse. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
However, I will tell you this: I was trying to get out there this weekend, but I just couldn't make it work. My mom has been in the hospital, or not hospital. Well, she has been there too, but she's been sick. And so I spent a lot of time this past week with her, taking care of her this past week. But I was wanting to get out to Leaper's Fork because they have a new Leaper's Fork honey cast.
Ooh.
And I was thinking, man, that should be. I at least want to try it. I don't know.
What do they want for it?
I have no idea. But it's right down the road. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really feel good for some reason. Stomach's way upset right now, so it's that's the reason why I had to step away for a moment. But no, I just want to get out there. That's might be the reason why I feel kind of, I don't know, retarded or something right now.
It's out of sorts. And what are you drinking? Some high quality ginger ale right there?
Right, I am drinking that, but I'm also drinking 107.
Gotcha. There you go. A little combo. I am on the high quality H2O myself because I'm on antibiotics. I was in the ER on Friday with a kidney stone, and I was. I'll just overshare. I was pissing blood for 2 days, and I was like, I think I'm dying. Should I really leave work to go to the ER? And I was like, go the fuck to the ER, like, because you're not going to have that vacation time later when you're dead because you pissed, because you bled to death out of your dick. Like, just fucking go. And so I finally told my boss, and he's like,
"Well, this escalated."
Yeah, sure did. So I spent Friday in the ER, and they got me on all these strong antibiotics that are fucking my stomach up. So no alcohol for me for a little while. So
have a new Slayer song. I mean, well,
Rain of blood.
Yeah,
it's Rain Up Blood, not Raining Blood.
Yeah.
Man, no, by the way, super awesome song. Kerry Collins playing guitar on that, man. I tell you what, that's a good song. You have to kind of be into the devil horns and a little bit of Slayer. Yeah.
Hey, and just as a side note, remember the last show we was talking about how certain movies couldn't be redone or wouldn't work nowadays because of their content. So the day after the show, I just happened to be flipping through Prime. And this movie Waiting, I don't know if you guys ever seen it.
Oh, fuck yes.
It's about, all the shit that happens in restaurants and whatnot.
Rob, if you haven't seen this, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Waiting
with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
I was going to say, it's Ryan Reynolds
and a bunch of people. And Justin
they
a bunch of people. Yeah.
And it's like they're working at Applebee's or something.
It's
but
like one of
it's
those.
called Shenanigans.
Yeah.
But it's like almost from the very opening scenes.
Oh yeah.
It's like
I may have seen that one.
This movie would never work if it came out nowadays.
They made a sequel and it was absolute trash and disappointed me. So I couldn't stand it, but the original was great.
Yeah, but it was just how we was talking about certain things you can't say, like you can't call somebody a fag, and it was like
no,
they
you
would
can
just
now, but you
drop
can't
it.
use it. You can't use it against like people who are gay. You have to use it like against beta boys. They're just like you can call them fags. You can write it in big letters. You can call them faggots. You can do all that, but it's inappropriate to call gay people fags. That's just wrong, and that's hateful. But like these people, they hang out with the blue hairs and stuff that are protesting everything. Like those guys, fags. You can absolutely say that. It's been reestablished. Elon allows it. So
Okay.
it's cool.
But anyway, I thought it was funny that movie popped up.
Hell, if that's
Captain K-hole.
Yeah.
Are you coming out of the closet today, Steven? Is that what you're saying?
Anyway, we had a topic tonight.
I was just gonna say, if that fag can say it, we can too, right? Elon.
I mean, he's only trying to repopulate the country. I mean, the world himself. So
Single-handedly, yeah.
It'd be hard to call him a fag, but retarded.
It's purely
maybe.
transactional for him, man. Purely transactional. He's purely trying to. He's probably not even. I know he's got it in a refrigerator somewhere, and he just sends it to him.
I think he's participating in it.
This is definitely
Baseballs
escalating.
too.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Baseballs too, baby.
The search for more money.
Baby.
Please call it the search for more money.
So what is the topic tonight?
So the topic was about
Way over there from where we're at.
enjoying a cooler, more refreshing side of the of alcoholic libations and things like you can make a mixed drink of stuff in your own collection. Like
Which brings us to
what Rob's drinking. What are you drinking, Rob? What is it?
That's strawberry smash.
No.
Okay, well,
Right? It's blackberry. You were close. Blackberry smash tonight. We did some. I'm trying to burn out some things, so I got a bunch of Yellowstone. A couple of bottles I was given, so I'm doing some Yellowstone. Rinsed the glass with some Cointreau, and then poured the smashed some blackberries and some bourbon, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit some orange bitters.
Do you put any soda water or
Nope.
or something?
Nope. The lemon juice actually brightens it up a lot. So it gives it a nice little brightness.
I did
very refreshing.
If you guys go back and look in our shows, there is one where we're all making drinks, and I did one for the strawberry smash one time. This is about 4 years ago, so you're going to
that's a long time ago. That was back in the beginning.
4 or 5 years ago.
We acted like we had a plan. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, back when
I got a bunch of other fruit I'm going to try. I've got some raspberries. I do have some strawberries. We're going to do this some point this week, some night after work. Because, being in that 120-degree kitchen, nothing like this to help me get through.
So I follow this page that it tells me all of these hilarious names for drinks. And, of course, I send them to Michelle and stuff. Wow. But like one of them is called like "Fuck Me Without Shame," and it's a beautiful looking drink. And then there's one "Fuck Me Till I Scream." Then there's "Fuck Me From Behind," and by the way, all
Jack
these
Daniels.
Those probably would be. You're probably right.
It's probably prefaced with a cactus.
That reminds me of the picture. I think it was Chuck who posted it. The guy with the bottle of Blanton's up.
I was about to say that's a new drink coming out. It's called Horse Fuck Me.
Yeah.
I do think though, if you're gonna definitely on X and stuff like that, you see a lot of really random nonsense that get into your algorithms, and you don't know how they got there, but you do catch yourself looking at them, and so you see a lot of things that would be useful for those Blanton's butt plugs on some of these people trying to, because almost every other what
a lot of uses you said for
them? Because about every fifth thing on X is some type of OnlyFans girl or an
Instagram
OnlyFans.
seems like the same way, yeah.
OnlyFans, you think they're girls and stuff like that. So they all have these. I mean, almost all of them have some type of light up, glow in the dark butthole thing, butt plug that they have in, and a lot of them sometimes are fully clothed, and they'll just bend over, and you can see their butthole like pulsating light.
Lighting up.
through their pants, and you're like, wow, why?
Like they got a disco ball in there, and it's just like
I'm sure there are some. There's probably some. It looks like the guy
are they on rollerblades
and stuff like that, you know,
roller skates.
But you just
I
look
didn't
at
know
it,
I
you're
was
like,
getting on this kind of show, y'all. I'll be honest.
Man,
Neither did we. Don't worry.
But it is. You see all kinds of random nonsense on there. Now, and then like since Saturday, it's been like every second or third. Anybody else on X other than me? Because like every second or third thing that's on there now is something from the Iran propaganda. Hold on, tonight we're going to blow up something. And then like they were showing pictures of how they destroyed the base in Qatar, and of course we all know that didn't happen, but this is what they're propaganding to their people.
Yeah.
And it is hilarious. And you're like, and everybody's calling them out like, you sure that's not AI? That surely looks like AI. You know,
like
it looks like
Iran is saying that like, we blew up a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It's from their. I'll tell you what their handle is.
Got to save face.
I mean,
what kind of sites are you looking at, Jody? I ain't seen anything like that.
No, Steve, you really don't want to know.
I know, you're right.
You
We
really
probably
don't
get shut
wanna
down
know,
tonight.
He was trying to network his Jody fans, and
Yeah, I told it has an OnlyFans.
So the page is called Iran Update, and it's from their Iran state media. I didn't have to search it; it showed up. And then of course now not even two. So it's Iran Update, Governor Kathy Hochul, who I would never follow, and then I don't know how to say this person, but it's obviously an Iranian person too that popped up. The love of Iranians have for their leader is deep, pure, and unshakable. May the presence always be there to protect the land of Iran.
The presence.
I'm just telling you what it says.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to understand what that's.
And then right now I don't.
Sounds like a "Make Iran Great Again" campaign.
Oh, dude, that was funny as hell when Trump posted that. What do you call it? Miga?
Miga?
Yeah.
Miga.
And then like right now they're showing that they're destroying these American ships in the Red Sea, and it's like that's not happening. No, but their people don't know this, you know.
No.
Yeah.
But
they have boomers too. Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah, plus, like they were showing that they had these submarines, and they do have like 30-something submarines. That is true, but they're all diesel submarines, and they're all from like Vietnam era diesel submarines. They're loud and clunky as shit. They can barely go underwater, and they're showing. And so the ones they show on their page are U.S. submarines or Russian submarines, which they don't have. That are both nuclear submarines. Like the one they showed today was clear as day, an Oscar, and I was like, pretty sure you guys don't have an Oscar. You know, and that's a class of submarines that the Russians have. It's a little bit smaller than the.
They're not going to support them, right? Like they wouldn't do something like that. Give them support like that, would they? I honestly think this is just me speaking, just in general. I don't have any inside information. I think Russia is looking at what happened and is like, wow, yeah, I don't want to be part of this. Let that fucking country just fall by themselves because we don't want any of that. We don't have. I mean, we're having a hard time with freaking Ukraine.
Yeah, like
we don't want these fucking bombers just flying over top of us and just annihilating everything. And the thing is like one of the sites I've seen on there, which is also from the Iranian update or whatever. They were talking about our missile defense system and our radar systems is parallel to no one else or above everybody else's in the world, and no U.S. plane will make it through. And I'm like, are you sure? Pretty sure that first of all, I think Israel's willing to fly all over the place there, and then two, we had not. I thought it was just going to be 2 B-2 bombers. It was 7. That's a ginormous number. B-2 bombers. We only have 21 of them because they cost so much.
Yeah, they are expensive.
I mean, with the third, they've got
like $1 billion a plane or something like that.
Oh, there's more than $1 billion. They're probably 2.5 or $6 billion planes.
They're very.
I saw a video of like the city of Tehran with smoke coming up behind it. That's
from what I understand, wasn't the bombings that we did.
No,
so Iran hit them pretty good today, didn't they?
You mean
the
Israel?
City of Tehran?
You mean Israel?
What did I say?
Iran.
Obviously,
I mean, Iran might have hit them themselves. Who knows? I mean, it's a bunch of goat walkers out there. Who knows?
Absolutely could have. No.
Freaking goat they might have stuck it in the wrong end.
Was that
bit their dick
I was about to say, was that like the stop hitting yourself thing? But like,
yeah. But no.
Israel, Jody. I apologize.
Israel's doing the same thing. I think a lot of those images from Tehran, however you say it.
Yes.
I can't even say the city I live in properly, so don't ask me.
This is a fucking true story. but Tehran. Anyway, I think a lot of that's part of their propaganda that are sending out to the rest of the world saying this is happening, because Israel has had some. I mean, dude, they took out their like 6 or 7 of their nuclear scientists. They took out the entire leadership of their military, and the Iranians have replaced their chief of staff 3 times, and all 3 of them had died the next day. And I'm like, wow, dude, that is some serious precision. And to be honest with you, this is Israel's war. They're the ones who are doing it, and they keep saying they don't want a regime change. I don't know if that's true. I know Trump made that comment, but I think what he was trying to say was, this is just me, again, spitballing it. I think what he was trying to say is the people of Iran need to get rid of the Ayatollahs. And I agree with that.
The Ayatollah has put out a list of successors, right? But as a result of this.
Yeah, I think his son is one of the successors.
Trump put out a tweet today that it needs to be a Fox host.
Oh, I know one that could be good for that. It's got to be somebody that likes the heat. Maybe Jesse Waters will do that.
Oh, put him over there. Put that.
I just know that if it was me, I would put a Fox host over CNN or BSMP over there. Sure.
All right. So who else is making a mixed drink for this time?
You're right. I was like, I swear it's not a politics show.
No, it's not. We're not talking about. We're just talking about world events that has occurred. I mean, you got to talk about that. You can't go. Nothing occurred this weekend, and
sure,
No.
I mean, I don't want to go.
For sure.
I mean, obviously, me and Steven were kind of digging each other a little bit, but we got it. It's under control now, right, Steven?
Okay.
I thought the Fox joke was pretty good. I took a long time.
I did too.
I set it up.
No, that's cool.
I thought it was funny too. I agree with you.
If I think I'm going to be making any
lick of
kind
wheat in that 1897.
Damn.
Forester, not a lick of wheat.
Wow.
72% corn, 18 rye, and 10 malted barley.
Cool beans. But I tell you what, it drinks like a wheated.
There's wheat in this one.
It has some.
It is nice,
What do you have,
light,
Forster?
and sweet.
Old Fitzgerald.
No.
He's got old
No, I'm talking about
that.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I got
He
the
has
I'm
old
doing the old Forester 1897.
Old Fitzgerald here.
Bond.
What year is that?
It's the 25. It's the brand new one that just came out.
25 year?
No, it's the 9-year.
9-year.
But it's the 20.
The 25. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
This one's got vanilla, demerara sugar, and it's those candies called cowtails.
Yes.
Yes.
If you had those, even smelling the sugar on the outside, it's basically what that is. Yeah, it's exactly that.
So I had a kiwi this weekend, and I don't eat kiwis because I don't like them. But someone asked me, they're like, it's Preston, because Preston eats those like it's his job. He'll freaking go through like 25 of them in a setting. I mean, like he loves kiwi, and he's like, "You gonna eat some kiwi, Dan?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't like kiwi." And so they're good. Just let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
So I had one with you, and he goes, "So what's your thoughts?" I go, "I'm gonna be honest with you. It tastes like the smell of a wet baby diaper." And I was like, "I just can't do this." And he was like, "I don't get it at all, Dad." I'm like, "When you have children, you'll know what I'm talking about. That smell, and then come back to a kiwi, and you'll be like, I can't ever do a kiwi." I disagree. That's what I thought.
Okay.
But here's the thing: I love like kiwi drinks and stuff. I just don't like.
fresh
I was about to say, what was that dragon fruit I had at your house? Is that what that was? That shit was delicious.
Legit. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
But you have to do dragon fruit, right? Like, so when you
freezes it and all that. Yeah.
So when I cut it up and then I put it back into the body of it, and then I cube it, and then I put a little sugar on it, and then I put it in the freezer until it's time for dinner. And man, it has a nice sweetness to it. I mean, I don't put a lot of sugar on it. I just put enough on it to give it a little bit of a sweeter taste, because dragon fruit is a super fruit, and it has a little bit of sweetness, and probably what would taste best would be like a sweet and low on it. But I don't want the carcinogens from a sweet and low, so I just put regular sugar on it.
That's what's up. So here's a challenge for you: how to make a mixed drink that involves dragon fruit. I would be very interested in a good way to make it unhealthy and alcoholic.
Well, here, dragon fruit, especially in South Florida, is very popular. Almost every, I want to say, mid-level to high-end restaurant has a dragon fruit mojito, and they're actually pretty good if you get the mix right. I had one that was dragon fruit and blueberry, and it was fantastic.
It would be. I agree with you that would be great, as long as it's not some type of processed syrup that they use. If they only use fresh fruit for it, because like my favorite fruit by far is orange. I love orange, and then dragon fruit's probably a close second, and blueberry third. No, raspberry. No, blackberry. Blackberry would be third, and then raspberry.
Focus, drink.
I'm just telling you, kind of like the order. You know how I am a perseverate.
I know.
But anyway, if you're going to make a drink, definitely something like that has dragon fruit in it. You should see some of the seed in it. Some of those little, small seeds in it, and they're edible. You're not going to grow a dragon fruit out your ass or anything. But if you could make that into like a blended, which I may do tomorrow. I may do that. Tomorrow's I got a crazy day tomorrow. Friday, I'm off on Friday. I may make one Friday, and see what happens with dragon fruit. Now, there's several different colors of dragon fruit too. Like my favorite are the pink ones, because I've only had the yellow ones as well. But there's like a lavender and a dark purple too, dragon fruit, and I've yet to see those. But if I ever see those, I want to get those too. The lavender ones, actually, when you cut those open, the insides, instead of being white, are pink.
We have most of them here in South Florida. And usually it's weird. If you see a mango tree, you can find dragon fruit probably within 50 yards. It's like if you see a Lowe's, you'll see a Home Depot. It's like the same thing. If you see the dragon fruit, you'll see a mango tree, vice versa. Yeah. And being that it is mango season now, I mean, the mangoes we're getting down here now are just luscious, and it's a good thing, because last season was absolutely trash as far as mangoes go.
Costa Rica is the same way right now.
Yeah.
Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica. I'd love to go back.
So the mango mojitos, even, typically when you talk about daiquiris, people use like strawberry, but down here,
here it's mostly some type of like processed daiquiris with strawberry in it. It's not the same.
Yeah, here we get all the fresh stuff. We are fortunate to have a good amount of farms that have like a lot of the exotic stuff that's even open to the public. So you can go down there and really get exactly what it is that you want.
You can go and pick, basically.
Yeah, you can go and pick. And, especially like probably about an hour south of here, you have Homestead, and just before you start getting into the Keys, I mean, there's just acres and acres and acres of exotic fruits. I mean, hell, we have acres of palm trees that if you wanted a 10-feet palm tree for your house, you just go down there, mark it, and they'll deliver it to your house.
That's wild.
It's funny. I live out here in the country. I have a person that has a palm tree that's on the corner of Fairmont and Rip Still, and it's funny because I'm sure it's been there forever. For as long
as it survive winters?
I was going to tell you this. He built this box out of wood, and it has a heater in it, and he boxes it up every fall he trims the top, boxes it up, and it has plexiglass on top, so it still gets light through it, through the top portion of it. And then it's all the way to the ground, and then he has this heater he puts on the ground as well for its roots, and it keeps it warm. I asked him, I was like, I totally asked him, I'm like, so why do you guys have a palm tree? He's like, my wife wanted a palm tree. I'm like, okay, that's not what I asked you. Why do you have a palm tree?
He answered the question.
Yeah, he did.
And the crazy thing, palm trees are not even native to Florida, but the state of Florida itself, I think the last estimate I saw was something like $50 million a year in palm trees because they're all along the highways. They're just everywhere.
So I got two statements to make about that. One is when I was over in the Middle East, I don't know if you know this living in Florida because of you're on the East Coast side, but UAE, Dubai, parts of Bahrain, and all of Kuwait import all of their sand from the Gulf of Mexico. And they ship it all the way over there so they'll have white snow beaches like we have in the United States. Because the sand over there is just bullshit. I mean, it is like dead camel sand. It's like, it just sucks. And it's just not good sand. The other thing that would be interesting that I find about this not being native to areas is, so I nerd out on a lot of different stuff. But my most recent nerd outs are on the dire wolves. And I'm sure you guys have seen the work that Colossus has done and stuff like that. And they've got these, they've essentially through DNA census and stuff, they've created 3 dire wolves, 2 males and 1 female. And they're in this undisclosed location. My guess is in Montana. It'd be just a guess. It could be Arizona. Who knows where the fuck? But I would hope it'd be someplace snowy because that's what they're used to. But, these dire wolves, their backs get up to over 4 feet. They're big ass wolves. I don't think people realize how big they are. Well, I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast this week. He had the chief scientific officer on the show who was a tenured professor at Santa Cruz for biology for the last 20-something years. Anyway, she was on the show and she was talking about it. They're never going to release the dire wolves or reintroduce them into the wild. They're just going to have them, and they're going to live there on this. It's like 5,000 acre ranch that they're on someplace that they won't tell us, and which makes sense. I don't want them to tell us because dumbasses like me would drive up there and want to take a picture with a fucking dire wolf, right?
Jody vlogging with the dire wolf.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll be honest. T-Rex.
Dire wolf on this side, Bigfoot on that side.
Let's do this, T-Rex.
But what's funny is,
I'm kidding, guys. They're killers.
So what's funny, that's, dude, when you start talking about they're killing and all this stuff, that's that fucking Sasquatch thing, man. That is so funny. Those AI memes that are made up, or memes, but little videos. But anyway, I mean, dude, they're hilarious. But anyway, they were talking about the mammoths, and the first part of the mammoths is they took some of the DNA and they made, I think it's 50, but I could be wrong. It might be 100 mammoth woolly mice. And what people don't understand, and it was a shock to me too, is a mammoth's hair color is actually blonde, almost white. But when you look at like all the art and stuff like that, and everything that everybody's ever drawn of them, or the expressions of artists and all this stuff, they've always been brown. The reason why is because they find their bodies in the permafrost, and it has all this soil and stuff on them, and it turns their coat brown. Well, they do plan to reintroduce the mammoths to all of North America once they're out. And the reason why it's a gestational phase is about a little bit over 2 years for them to have a new mammoth. But that brought on a bigger question. And of course, they're carnivores, not carnivores. I'm saying omnivores, and they're going to mostly be up like in northern Canada, Alaska, but they're going to traverse down, and they probably won't come any further south than probably Montana, maybe Wyoming, because they'll want the cold because they're woolly. But one of the more fascinating things that I didn't know until I was listening to scientists about this is that horses, I always thought horses originated either in Europe or Asia or someplace like that. That's not true. Horses were first ever located on this earth in what we call North America. All right. And they found with one of the mammoths a 4,000-year-old horse DNA. And they're one of the things they want to do is reintroduce the American horse back into America, or America's horse, not just United States America, America, not that horse. I'm talking about like all of North America horse, And one of the things I found fascinating about it is she's talking about it. They had longer hair as well. So they were much more woolly like. And the reason why they lost all their hair is because when they went across the land bridge, the ice bridge,
the Bering Strait,
in the Bering Straits to go over to Siberia and then ultimately down into Asia and then over to Africa and then of course Europe and all that. They got into these climates and these temperate areas to where they were much warmer and they adapted or evolved to have these shorter coats. The other thing is one of the things you were saying is that horse is bigger than a freaking those horses that pull the
Clydesdales.
Yeah, Clydesdale. I was going to say the gay beer. I forgot what it was, but thanks for bringing it out. Bud Light beer.
You said that gay beer.
Well, they're the ones that sent the beer can to that dude that thinks he's a girl. The gay beer.
No, it's Bud Light. No.
So
who
the
owns
story
that?
is if you want to beat the heat, move to Canada, get yourself a woolly mammoth, go riding, or one of these crazy ass horses.
Yeah.
This is the future I'm hanging around.
Make sure it's a short
I was
hair.
going to talk about making it dark and stormy with some rum I have, but
Oh, and by the way, South Florida is now officially a hockey town. How about
been
that?
A hockey town. This is y'all's third championship, isn't it?
Second.
I know it's second back to back, but I mean it's
second back to back. We've been to the finals our inaugural year. We went to the finals, and the last 3 years we went and we won 2. So we have 2 in total, but 4 appearances. And I really think we have a good chance of doing a 3-peat.
They're a good team.
Yeah,
it's a good team for sure. I mean, it's a good team. There's no way of looking at it. But they were talking about the Panthers too. Like, what people don't understand about the Panthers is they were not part of this, but the way that they reintroduced the Panthers is they actually went over to Texas and took some of their genes from the Texas Panthers to help grow the population of Panthers in South Florida. I mean, I'm sorry, it's nerd stuff, but it was really, really cool to me.
No, listen,
I got confused. I wasn't sure if we were still talking about sports teams. I'm like, wait, did we go back to animals?
No, the Panthers. That's the name of the team. No, that's the football team, the Carolina Panthers. But we're talking about the Florida Panthers, which is an NHL team.
Gotcha.
And it's named after the panther that lives in. So this was another thing they brought up too. Was South Florida has definitely the Everglades has a overpopulation. They say it's over 500,000 boas or pythons that have been that are in the area, and they're so evasive and they're trying to get rid of them. So this was the ingenious idea of our government. And I was like, I'm not sure if I'm on this side. I kind of want to be on this side, but I kind of don't. But our government's plan currently is to introduce honey badgers to the Florida Everglades to kill off all these snakes. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think it'll happen? Yes. But that is a Florida man solution.
I was about to say.
Oh, yeah.
Our Florida's
they're going to introduce Florida man to the Everglades. I'm like,
yeah, but that's Florida man on bath salts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
on bath salts. You got it.
I personally think they should be able to kill them all year round. But there's only
the pythons? You can do that all year long.
But they have a hunting season mostly where, at least during a hunting season,
I think
you
it's
get
all year
paid
long.
for them.
Yeah, they have a bounty season. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more like it. The bounty season.
At one point, one of the things she was bringing up in the interview that Joe Rogan was having is that at one point the alligators were almost extinct. I'm like, how's that even possible? But she brought it up and she was talking about it, and they had no part of this, but they were talking about where all the alligators are located now. and people are seeing them up in Georgia and Texas and Alabama and all these places. And then allegedly here in Tennessee, we've seen some here too. I don't know if that's true, but all of this come out, and I was like, so these
got gators in our water? Shit.
Allegedly, you can go on
go kayaking, you know. Like
you can go on the news channel too, and I guarantee you can search and look for gator sighting in Tennessee, and you will find one. I don't remember where it's at. I don't remember what lake it's at, but it was in a lake, and I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I just don't know if that's like, did it come through the locks? Did somebody bring it up here and just release it? I mean, that makes the most sense. But the other thing is, it gets so fucking cold here.
Yeah.
In the wintertime.
How does it survive the winters?
Yeah. But I mean, how'd they survive the ice age? I don't know.
They managed. So who else is doing some mixed drinks for the summer? Anybody else?
I didn't hear what you said. What?
Who else is doing mixed drinks for the summer? The topic?
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to make it dark and stormy. I would have if I wasn't on antibiotics. It's really all you need.
Oh, I love a
good dark rum, a little bit of ginger beer, and then what is it, lime juice? If you want, and then garnish it with a lime or orange or whatever makes you happy. I actually had a friend made some with pineapple. He said it was real good. So I haven't tried that yet.
Was it fresh cut pineapple or pineapple juice?
It wasn't pineapple juice. It was like a little chunk of.
Yeah. I'm just curious because I think a cut pineapple would taste great. With rum for sure.
So
I think pineapple and rum are made to be together.
Absolutely.
And I think orange and rum sounds good too.
Yeah, I like those combinations too.
A fresh orange. I'm not talking about orange juice or something. I'm talking about
exactly like an actual physical piece of fruit. Yeah.
Yep.
What's kind of neat is the thing that I got my wife. She wanted one for her birthday.
By the way, you outkicked your cover. She's a very attractive young lady.
I know.
No, I'm just saying you did outkick your coverage.
I married up. I know.
That's why they've been together since high school. Because he knew what he got. They didn't fuck it up.
But then
he was like, I'm not letting her go out and see the real world.
Yeah, true.
Those who put the lotion on them do not get the hose again.
But I got her this thing. She'd been wanting for
but you can tell her I said that is a very attractive young lady, and I'm very shocked. I'm very shocked that you were with her. It's kind of like my friend Jason Johnson.
Hey, I
look at him and
his wife. Throw him under the bus.
Have I thrown him under the bus? No, I just say it's Jason. All
no, I got a trophy wife, and I'm happy about it.
I'm like, I don't understand.
I got her this ninja. It's called a ninja slushie.
And she's the breadwinner in y'all's family. Like, how did you do this?
Nah, she's retired.
No, I'm talking about Jason.
Oh.
So anyway, so tell me about
how's the ninja slushie working?
Yeah,
it is absolutely fantastic. Like you guys are talking about the fresh fruits, the smashes, and all that. Imagine that in slush form. You take your liquor, you put it in there. You take your fruit, you puree that up. Pour that in there. You turn that sumbitch on, and it does the job. And so, it just comes out in nice, like you have a frozen margarita.
Yeah, I would get fucked up so fast on that shit.
Frozen blackberry slushie.
When I can't taste the alcohol, that's where I screw up.
That is, I tell you, this thing, you just pour the stuff in it, you press the button, and it walk away, and it does the rest of the magic, and it is delicious. When it's just whatever you feel froggy about, you just add to it. There you go.
Down at the Dirty Rabbit, they have this drink called a Dirty Banana.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you, you can put 5 or 6 of these things down easy. Mm-hmm. But when you go to stand up, oh boy,
dirty.
You know how they say?
What's in it?
You realize you just fucked up.
Yeah. When you get up and you're like, I have no legs.
What about you, Chuck? What would be your mixed drink of the summer if you had to make something up?
I had something in Costa Rica. It was basically just fruit. It was strawberry, pineapple, blueberry. And it was basically a smoothie with rum added to it. And it was awesome.
Oh,
that sounds good.
But it was like, it was like a slushy type product. It was really good.
And the slushy light product is good when it's hot as balls outside.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, and it was hot.
You know, it's hot when you drink a slushy type drink, and you can literally feel it going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can feel it like, oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Nice. So when you make a mixed drink, what's your preferred alcohol? Like a rum? Are you doing something with a bourbon, tequila, what?
I think that's a loaded question. Honestly, I do want to hear Chuck's response, but I think it's a loaded question because if you make a strawberry smash or something, bourbon in that is really good. Now you just have to watch how much bourbon, not how much bourbon, what octane of bourbon you put in it, because you don't want the bite to be more than
want to override.
Like you want to, you want to have that crushed ice and fresh fruit in there to help wash it down. So you want to have an over of that. So, but I do agree, rum and probably, and I hate to say this because I don't drink vodka, but rum and vodka are probably the two summertime drinks for most people when it comes to mixed drinks.
I would think so.
Yeah. So what's your choice, Chuck, for mix?
Well, for mixed, I'm all over the place because a lot of times what I'll do is I'll drink vodka with mixed, whether it be lemonade, strawberry lemonade with some fruit in it. I'll have
Michelle. By the way, Michelle says tequila is her summertime mixed drink.
I feel that.
All right. Yeah, that's always good. But I'll do vodka. I'll do bourbon. I'll do rye, like something like an Old Overholt. Mix that in with something. Even gin. I've gotten a little accustomed to gin lately.
Can't do that.
Can't do it.
Some of the flavors,
vodka and gin, I cannot do any of those two. I can't.
Some of the flavors you get from that, like the floral, the floral flavors you get from it are really, really good.
I'm sure there's some truth.
I think and to your point, Chuck, like some of those floral kind of notes, I actually kind of like about gin. It's just the rest of it is such a detractor for me that I've never really been able.
Harsh.
I've never been able to really get into it.
Okay.
But I could see in a mixed drink where like that's more accentuated and like the more harsh ethanol-y kind of parts of the gin are kind of rounded off.
Yeah, I must be drinking some weird stuff then because the gin that I've had doesn't give me that harsh taste to it.
I've probably also never had good gin, so
that's probably true. I mean, I'm sure there are better qualities of gin, just like there's better qualities of bourbon and rum and all of that.
I mean, the ones I've had aren't expensive, so I mean, they can't be, that great. I mean, or unless gin gets expensive, I don't know.
To me, there's an ethanol, like a strong, dirty garage taste to it. I just
gin.
I always got licorice from
bathtub gin.
Yeah.
What about you, Rob?
Tanqueray is approachable in my opinion.
Gentlemen, I have to sign out.
Okay. What about you, Rob? What's your drink of choice your liquor of choice for a mixed drink?
Generally, no. He said he had to sign out.
He said,
okay. I didn't catch it. Jason.
I like everything. It's just a mood thing. I can't drink gin. It makes me an angry man. Gin just flat out makes me angry.
All
right. Depending on the tequila, I tend to hallucinate, so I stay away from it.
Jesus.
This got rough over here.
That's when you got to strap you to the chair, man.
Dude, that was one of the greatest shows ever.
It really was.
It really was.
Yeah, it was.
That was epic.
What I do like are doing like the really like a sour, like a whiskey sour.
Yeah.
Doing a floater. Do like they call it a New York sour. You float red wine on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get that good egg whitey, frothy, fluffy top, and then float a little red wine on there. Looks good. It's a good summertime drink.
Nice.
Sounds
good. I've never heard of that. Yeah.
For me, if it's got to be rum, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I love Appleton's. It's like a classic for me. I love Appleton's rum. Easy to get, easy on the wallet. if I'm doing tequila,
I've never even had Appleton's. I'm just being honest with you.
Appleton Estate.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
They
good.
got a pretty good 12-year,
yeah.
I did not like the 12-year at all.
No.
I've always
The
been
older
like
stuff was
Mount
better.
Gay and Zacapa. Have always been my go-tos when it's rum. But I also like the what is it? The Pilar. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Pilar. Papa's
Yeah.
Pilar is
I
really
like
good.
that. I like that one as well. But my favorite Pilar is the one that was done in whiskey barrels, aged in whiskey barrels. That I think it's called the Hemingway. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I think that's what it's called. And that one is fantastic because you can drink it. You can drink it just like on ice, and it just tastes so fucking good.
Yep.
Pilar is a great one.
And as far as tequila goes, I know it's kind of a party animal type of tequila, but I've always liked Padron.
Preston
tequila.
said that to me the other day. We went into Vintage there in Mount Juliet, which by the way is a great place to go. Any of you guys that are local want to go into it, I really recommend this place. But we walked in there, he sees Michelle, he's like, where's the Patron at? I'm like, look, tough guy, you can't have the Patron.
No, he was an ambassador for Ciroc. So
the what?
Ciroc.
He was an ambassador for Ciroc.
Who?
Puffy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
and I think he's got a new thing of baby oil coming out too.
Nice.
I think it's called "Slide It in Your Ass Easy." I'm not sure what it is.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Which is coming back into theaters, by the way.
Oh
Interesting enough.
Oh,
well, it's because we still got another week of Pride. But by the way, what's his name? Heath Ledger. I know he was in that movie, and so is Jake Gyllenhaal. I think I'm not sure, but and I've never seen the movie, but Heath Ledger was a fucking fantastic actor. I mean, it's sad that he's dead.
Yeah, I mean his Joker is
they say
fucking
it's above,
legendary. Yeah,
they say it's above everybody's.
Yeah.
There's been other decent Jokers. There's been other good Jokers, even like Jack Nicholson. I like his Joker.
He's by far the best.
But yeah,
Joker.
he really got the character right.
I mean, and they say his method to get into that character where he like isolated himself for like 3 months or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't talk to anybody. He didn't like leave his room. He was just like, I think the role took over him.
Yeah.
Well, there's several actors.
Method acting. Yeah.
There's several actors that do that because I was listening to what's it called? The has Jason Bateman, the guy that does the Batman voice in Lego. What's that called? It has this gay guy on it that's funny as hell. But anyway, it's a podcast, and they were talking about that specifically. But they were talking about Jason Bateman was going to meet one of the actors of some movie. I don't remember which one it was, and I think it was the guy that plays Ace Ventura. What's his name?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. He was playing the actor of one of these movies, and he refused for you to call him any name other than whatever his acting name was.
Well, whatever the character's name.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. And I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah, when people get it, like the whole method acting, it sounds kind of like a little crazy pants, some of it, but like, I don't know. They usually end up doing really well in those roles.
I'm trying to remember what that podcast is shown called because it's not a bad podcast. Is
that Smartless?
Yes, that is what it is. It's Smartless. I've sent you a couple of theirs because I listen to them on occasion. They get a little political sometimes, and they're definitely much more left than I am. But I hate the Batman guy. I really do. I think his voice drives me fucking nuts. But I love Jason Bateman because he reminds me of like an old Ryan Reynolds. Like he's just sarcastic as fuck, and he just says things.
Hilarious.
What's that?
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious because he has that same delivery of like Ryan Reynolds. We've all seen The Proposal. We've all seen, Deadpool and all that. Like I've seen all the Deadpool movies.
It just rolls off his tongue.
It does.
He's just slick with it,
Yeah. It's like, how do you do that? Because I mean, how is everybody not giggling around you? It's like Will Ferrell. When you watch Will Ferrell on like Saturday Night Live, and you watch these people try not to laugh, and he just comes out there and he just does these things, and you're like, how
How do you the best? Him and Hugh Jackman, like when they were going through and like promoting the movie, it was like when they were on Hot Ones together. It was like
dude, that was funniest fucking
shit. Yeah. And like they did like a commercial where they were like supposed to like promote each other's brand for something.
Yeah, yeah.
And Hugh Jackman did like the super like. Or no, Ryan Reynolds did this like super sincere thing for Hugh Jackman's, and then I guess Ryan Reynolds he had some like aviator gin or some shit. It's his.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's basically just like he just knocks the bottle over and it spills everywhere.
Oh, no.
Fuck you. Yeah. It was like after this like heartfelt tribute, he's like,
Well, that's just like
I feel kind of bad now.
Have you guys seen Red Notice?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was really good with The Rock in it, Dwayne Johnson. That's really funny. But
was it Gal Gadot was in that? I'm saying her name.
Yes.
Right. He plays Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah. But when you go back and watch like parts of that, you're like definitely when they go to his house to arrest him, and he's like, go ahead, pour yourself some of that aviator gin like that. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, could we do a commercial?
Still doing fourth wall jokes. I love it.
Yeah.
Did you guys remember what Bateman did that series on Netflix,
yes.
The Ozark?
That was great.
That was fantastic.
I did not love how it ended, but
I don't like how it ended either. But that's just like The Shield. Like The Shield is still my favorite series to ever come out. And even though it's based off the Rampart 5, which I don't remember, it was FX that did it. They chose to make all the characters white because the Rampart 5 were all black, and they didn't want that stigmatization to go with it. But when you watch The Shield, it's very in tune with exactly what happened with the Rampart 5. Exactly. To include the way it ended. But even though you knew how it's supposed to end, if you knew the history on the Rampart 5, you were like, fuck, all of his buddies are either dead or incarcerated. And it has that guy played in
You're about Michael Chiklis?
Well, Michael Chiklis is the main character.
Gotcha.
He plays the sergeant. He's the one who got everybody busted. He had a road rage. This is the real story. He had a road rage incident on the 5 in California, and got out and took this guy out at gunpoint and literally pushed him off the bridge. And other people seen it, and they called it in, and then he got arrested by his own people, and then that's how the story got broke in real life.
Damn.
But if he could have just kept his shit straight, he'd be hanging out with the Armenians, rich as fuck, instead of working for the government, typing up this bullshit.
That's what happens. We all make choices. We're almost 10 after. Yeah, if we want to wrap up the live show, we can move it on into the after show.
We can. It's been fun. It's been real. Yeah. It's been fun. It's been real. I don't know if it's been real fun. I did have a moment there where I wasn't feeling well, so I do apologize. But anyway, subscribe, smash all the buttons, turn on the notifications, get the bells going. And you know what? Let's just have a good time each and every week. Just bring it all in. I think we stayed kind of on topic today. We did talk about some stuff that was nerdy to me, and
kind of.
I did say kind of.
Ish.
Well, Chuck was like, "Man, we had such a great show last week. This week I'm coming back," and he's going to go. Now he's going to go. I ain't coming back again.
He's like,
that fucking Jody can't stay on topic. Save his life.
Hey,
talking about my hair and
no, that was before the show.
Gluing pubes to
No, that was before the show.
That was
gluing my pubes to the top of your head.
But that was before the show, and I said we weren't going to talk about that in the show.
I know.
And then you just brought it up.
Carcinogen. I know
because I said the glue would be a carcinogen. I didn't say your pubes. I didn't say your pubes would.
We can tape them down if you want.
Still carcinogen.
Okay.
The tape is.
Yeah, everything's a carcinogen except for things that are natural. Like his pubes would be natural, and that would be a non-carcinogen.
Carcinogens.
What?
Sure, there's natural carcinogens.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be man-made to be.
Tobacco would be a natural carcinogen. Yeah. I would agree with you.
We can get some pine tar if you want and glue them down.
No, I'm not. No, we're not going to glue any type of pubes.
So next
week,
Cody's going to do a vlog out with the Yeti with pine tar and some Yeti pubes on his head.
We could. You know what you could. You know what you could do. What you could do is shave them all off. Get Old Shitty, get Rob to load up Old Shitty. Send it to your house. You can put them in there, and then I'll find some non-carcinogen type of substance, and I'll show up with a perm. I'll be big perm.
Oh God, not Big Worm.
Can't wait.
By the way, one of the greatest movies ever.
And Last Friday is
Big
officially
Worm
on its way.
Big Worm. Big
guys.
Perm. I'm sorry, Big Worm.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, been fun. Peace out, guys. Everybody, love yourself. Be good to yourself, and I don't know, touch yourself if that's what you're into. Knock yourself out. It's the safest sex.
All right, guys. Cheers. We'll see you next week.